Everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, pretty interesting story out of Texas. 8 high-ranking aides to the Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, have either been fired, placed on leave, or resigned just in the last month after they all accused Paxton of committing crimes to benefit a donor. So here's the deal. 7 of Paxton's aides contacted law enforcement on September 30th, and an 8th employee contacted the authorities on October 1st. All of these people told authorities that they had reason to believe that Paxton was involved in kind of a bribery scheme and that he had abused his office to help one of his big money donors, a real estate investor from Austin named Nate Paul. Paxton, of course, denies the allegations, but apparently documentation and media reports show that his office intervened in 4 separate legal matters involving this Nate Paul, and in instances where it was, quote, highly unusual to do so. In one instance that they noted, Paul alleged that he had been mistreated during a 2019 raid of his home and office. I mean, come on. The guy's home and office is being raided, not the kind of person that should be hanging out with an AG anyway, but I digress. However, Paxton's office investigated his allegations and they found no merit to his claim. Well, Attorney General Paxton then intervened and went as far as to hire an outside attorney to investigate. So he didn't even agree that his own people did a good enough job looking into it and got an outside attorney. So one of Paxton's employees, named Blake Brickman, is among the 4 who have been fired. The others, as I said, either resigned or were put on leave. In the week leading up to Brickman's termination, he filed a formal complaint with the Attorney General's Human Resources Department. And the Texas Tribune actually obtained a copy of the document, which shows that Brickman complained about many things, including being blocked from taking part in certain meetings. He said he had been denied access to critical documents. And he also complained that his superior had brought an armed guard to a staff meeting, essentially in an attempt to intimidate the employees. He also stated that he believed his computer was being monitored. And, you listen to this and it's easy to think, oh, this guy is just being paranoid. But apparently 5 of the other 8 whistleblowers filed almost identical complaints with HR. And they also alleged they were excluded from meetings. They were prohibited from accessing documents that they needed so that they could carry out their duties. They also echoed the sentiment that they believed they were being monitored via their electronic devices. Another man who was fired, David Maxwell, alleges that he warned Paxton on multiple occasions that his involvement with this real estate developer was problematic. Maxwell told Human Resources that, quote, his association with Nate Paul and the investigation that he was attempting to force me to conduct was not proper and could get him indicted for bribery. So Paxton's office is, of course, trying to spin this whole thing. They say that they fired these employees because they violated agency policies. But if you look at their history with the AG's office, it's not really, that's not going to fly. Their history tells a very different story. So the former AG aides had no history of disciplinary action. All had been recognized by their superiors, actually, for top performance. And some had even received really glowing reviews and recent promotions. One woman, in fact, had received 6 promotions since 2017 alone. So just in the last 3 years, she got 6 promotions and her salary quadrupled over the last 7 years. So it doesn't really sound like a problem employee. It's so outrageous that they're trying to make this claim. I mean, it's just not gonna work. So now everyone's waiting to see if these whistleblowers are going to file a lawsuit against the Attorney General's office. Experts who have reviewed all of the details say that they have a pretty strong case because the Texas Attorney General's office has its own Whistleblowers Act, which states that the employer is prevented from taking any adverse action against a whistleblower within 90 days of their report to authorities. And if they do take any adverse action against that employee, it is automatically considered to be retribution. So yeah, pretty clear-cut case, and you're dealing with not just employees, but actual prosecutors, actual attorneys on top of it. Yeah, I don't see this ending well for Paxton, but I'm sure he's going to fight it the whole way. And yeah, he'll go out like an idiot. As always, guys, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.